Dear student, I am again Sujit in front of you. It was given you. I tried to cover all the concepts which is being used in chapter 1. Now I have decided to give you a final concept of chapter 1 so that you will be convenient to deal with the questions. I said earlier also, once you will have good concepts, you will understand in a good way all the topics. So again I am telling, I am recovering, I am recapitulating all the topics which will be used, which will help you to do the question from the exercise. So let us begin again once again with the topic. The very first topic is Euclid's division lemma. It was given you a detailed concepts in the last video if you access, and students have been accessed the video and they have given the feedback. So the very first is Euclid's division lemma, which is A is equals to BQ plus R, where the B will be lying between 0 and R. Next we have fundamental arithmetic theorem. Already I have explained you with examples, and if you would have seen my last video, I am very sure you will not have any problem to understand the fundamental arithmetic theorem. Again once I am repeating it, composite number can be expressed in the form of prime factors of its prime. I am again once again I am giving you examples. Suppose you have a 6, it is a composite number. 6 would be factorized in 2 into 2 into 2, and we will do questions based on the fundamental arithmetic theorem. We will tell you where it would be used. Then it was given you a theorem which will help you how to prove irrational number. I also have proved root 5 and root 2 in my last video. If you will see, probably you will not have any problem. I am repeating once again what the theorem we are using while irrational number is being proved. That is, if suppose p square is divided by a, p also is divided by a, where a is the prime number. So this is something will help you. And co-prime number, the concept of co-prime number also being used while it is being proved if any given number is irrational. And one more topic which I have not discussed in any video, probably it would be left, and this is something I don't feel it would be required to explain you all, because this is a relationship between the LCM and SCF. We have formula LCM into SCF is equals to product of two numbers. And the last, not the list, it's not the last, but yes it is the least, to know whether the fraction is terminating or non-terminating but repeating without doing actual division. So these are whole concepts I try to cover, dear children, and I feel if you are conceptual with all these 5 points, you will not have any problem to do the questions. And now we'll deal with few important questions from chapter 1. So children, now as I said you, we'll deal with few questions. So here exercise 1.1. Very first question, first part of the first question. I am not going to solve each and every question for you. Yes. The question is being asked to find out the SCF of 135 and 225. I have not written here one thing which is written in your book. You need to find it Euclid's division algorithm. As I said you, whatever the concept you are studying being used in the question. So here, what I did, I'm just telling you to forget right now the Euclid's division algorithm. If it has been told you to do the question, what will you do? How will you find out the SCF of 135 and 225? Yes, you will go by the division methods, and because by division methods, how will you find out? So 225 is greater than 135, so 225 will be divided by 135. I haven't done anything else here. You could see this normal SCF I did here. This is the rough part. You don't need to. This is for you. This is the rough part. By this you can do. And what is the algorithm? So what it is being done here, you could see dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Then in the next case, this becomes dividend and this becomes divisor, as it is being usually done while you find out the SCF. See what is happening here, just what we all are doing here, we just here writing in the proper steps. So we are using the Euclid's division algorithm. 135, you could see here 135 here. Now the dividend divisor into quotient plus remainder. So this is the remainder. So what it is written here, 135 is equals to 90 into 1 plus 45. It gives you now 90 is equals to 45 into 2 plus 0, where you will have a 0 as a remainder. What we do, while you used to find out the SCF by the conventional method, by the division methods, then when we come at the 0, we say, oh, this divisor becomes a SCF. ये पहले से करते आ रहे हो आप, इसमें कुछ नया नहीं है. Now here also what is happening? Here the remainder becomes 0. Here the remainder becomes 0, and this works as a divisor, so it would be a SCF. So this is by using a Euclid's division algorithm we can find out the SCF. So I have given you this, and one more application I will give you for the Euclid's division algorithm. Now question number 4 of exercise 1.1. Before starting with the question, how to solve the question, it's very important. As I said you, these questions are application of Euclid's division algorithm. This will help you to apply the knowledge what you came to know about the Euclid's division algorithm. Actually, before beginning with the questions, before explaining the question, we'll tell you about the question. What the question is? Question is, use Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. Dear children, it's not very important in maths. Always be hurry how to solve the questions. This is not simply aim of the maths to solve the questions anyhow. You must understand about the question. It's very important. It is saying that any positive integers which is a square of any positive integer which either will be the multiple of 3 or it will be 1 plus multiple of 3. I am giving you example before solving this question. Suppose I am taking a number. We start with the 3 because, as I said you, this is the Euclid's division algorithm we are using for the improper fraction. So if we talk about improper fraction, obviously we start with the 4. Square of 4, it will be 16. It could be written 3 into 5 plus 1. It means what? This is the multiple of 3 plus 1. Suppose I am taking 5, it is 25. Square of 5 is what? 25. How would it would be expressed in the 3 into 8 plus 1. Same this is said. If you will go and if you will check by taking any integers, square of any positive integer would be in the form of either the multiple of 3 or 1 plus multiple of 3. अगर आपको ये बात समझ में आ गई तो फिर ये क्वेश्चन आपको बहुत आराम से समझ में आएगा, इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगा. अब इस क्वेश्चन में कह रहा है कि कोई भी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर हम ले लेते हैं, उसका स्क्वायर वो या तो 3 का मल्टीपल होगा या 3 के मल्टीपल से एक ज्यादा होगा, 1 मोर देन द मल्टीपल ऑफ 3. अब 3 का मल्टीपल होगा, इसका मतलब क्या है, अपने पास डिवीजर है और कोई भी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी बिगिन विथ हियर लेट a be a positive integer applying Euclid's division algorithm. We don't know what's the dividend is, we don't know what's the quotient is, we don't know what's the remainder is. So I have just made a situation here to apply the Euclid's division algorithm. तो ये आपका हो गया a is equals to 3q plus r. अब r कहाँ लाई करेगा, 0 और 3 के बीच में लाई करेगा. अब पॉसिबल रिमाइंडर्स हमने कहा था, पिछले वाले वीडियो में भी आपको बताया था कि अगर हमारे पास डिविडेंड नहीं है, सिर्फ डिविजर है, तो हम पॉसिबल रिमाइंडर्स निकाल सकते हैं. तो कौन कौन से पॉसिबल रिमाइंडर होंगे? पहला 0 होगा. तुम क्या करेंगे, r के बदले यहाँ पे a is equals to 3q plus 0 पुट किया. अब क्या करेंगे, स्क्वायरिंग बोथ साइड. व्हाई स्क्वायरिंग बोथ साइड? बिकॉज इन द क्वेश्चन इट इज गिवन सो दैट स्क्वायर ऑफ एनी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर. व्हेन विल स्क्वायर, इट वुड बी स्क्वायरिंग बोथ साइड्स. सो दिस इज a square is equals to 9q square, a square into 3 into 3q square. And what it was purpose to do, we are in the way to show the square of. So this 3 into 3q square, so this 3q square is what? This is the multiple of 3. That's why it is written 3m, and this is m is equals to 3q square. Now we have taken another possible remainder which is r is equals to 1. So instead of r, when we put 1, we had a is equals to 3q plus 1. I haven't written here, again you need to write here the steps, squaring both sides. Now this a plus b whole square, a square plus twice ab plus b square, so this gives you A is equals to 3 into 3q square plus 2q plus 1. Now you could see this is the multiple of 3, this is the multiple of 3. We are not taking common, dear children. Please, here just what we are going to do, we are just trying to show what are the multiple of 3. So this is 3m plus 1, and this m I have written here 3q square plus. So first condition 3m, then 3m plus 1, and then the last condition we have, if r is equals to 2, then a is equals to what? 3q plus 2. Now the square of a, this you could see this, I have simply this solve this solution. You could see the solution, 9q square plus 12q. Why I did here 3 plus 1? Because this 4 is the remainder, and what we are doing, we are dividing it by 3. So this 4 would not definitely be more than 3. That's why it is split, and it could be written 3 plus 1. Now you have this one, this 3 would be taken common from this all. This is 3q square plus 4q plus 1, and this I have written 3m plus 1, and m is equals to 3q square plus 4q plus 1. So I feel in exercise 1.1, if you will deal with these two questions I have given you, the rest of the questions you can do by yourself. Hopefully I tried to give you one of the best solution by giving the concepts. So we'll deal with now the next question.